chain. Again, technology is a big thing. Tech is a big thing right now, and it's going to be a big thing in the future with more people joining in, more people buying crypto and everything being on transactions. This is the big stuff. Everything is getting digitalized. $100 is the new $10 of XRP.
Out there have been asking, bro, is alt season over? Well, I've got a few things.
So yeah, XRP White House, huge crypto announcement.
Oh, it doesn't look good, but remember.
Look, XRP was the biggest gainer, but also the biggest loser now. Am I scared? You know.
Frothy for ETH, XRP, and other top altcoins. All right, let's start looking at things a little bit different, because trust me, I understand. When you see big pullbacks of like 10, 12, 15% for some of your favorites out there, it can make you worry.
Historically, we are in the best session of our life right now for crypto to go up. Like, at least, you know, that's what the markets say.
Dave, is altcoin season over, just getting started? Well, check this out. All right, what I got up on the screen is the altcoin season index chart, okay? And as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. What do you notice, right? We've had a run up on altcoin season.
So yeah, altcoin season is a bit dropping, not quite there yet. I don't think XRP is gonna be quite there yet, but I think it's gonna be like, you know, starting in a sense. It is slowly starting, and it's gonna take some time. Yearly high was December 3rd, 2024.
Season, and it's kind of pulled back down. Okay, I get it, but zoom out a little bit and check it out. The market has tons of fluctuations, but this is the first time we've seen a big pump up in the alts for a while. So the reality is, the alts were due for some gains. Think of BTC. BTC has been stealing the show price-wise, so it's time for the alts to pump. So the alts pumped, but yes, people are going to take profits. This is crypto.
Yeah, so right now I feel like, you know, XRP might be the first one to take profit because it also had the most gains. Kind of makes sense, right? So why would you go for not something that's not XRP, for example? Like, where do you take most profits? The coin that made most money, right? And most other coins, they did not make money. So you go for the stuff that actually gave you the biggest allocation, right? So you can sell 25%. If you got 25% gains, you're back at the start. Anything else is a bonus. You took your initial investment out. You're a winner, right? And this can go for $10,000, can go for $25,000, can go for $90,000. Literally, the sky is the limit.
We've seen this plenty of times. Heck, I've been covering on this on YouTube alone for about 5 years, and I have seen this plenty of times. Every time we make a big run up, what do, everyone? A lot of profit taking happens. What else do I got for you? Coin Market Cap 100 index chart. Now, this is the chart since December of 2023. What do you notice? That's right, an upward trend. So
yeah, it is like we also saw this pullback in January 2025, if you check over here. And then again, recovered. As people were saying crypto is over, Bitcoin will never hit past 100,000. We are seeing the same situation right now, right? Where people are starting to doubt XRP, and even I doubted, even I doubted crypto, because crypto is such a fast evolving tech. It can literally happen overnight. You can lose everything overnight. That's the thing. And people don't realize that, is how much this can change in that sense.
Sometimes you got to zoom out a little bit. And I know, we pay a lot of attention to the daily movement of prices on here. And when you see the deep red on the screen, it's easy to freak out. But zoom out. Check this out. The altcoin market 100, right? The CMC, right? Which has got some BTC, ETH, also, you know the deal. I'll have it all linked down below so you can check it out. Was at $100, right? For the index. It is now at 240. And think, we had a big run up right here in November. Y'all remember that, right? And then what happened?
Exactly. This is when people said, okay, I'm taking all my bags and sold everything. Well, they got juked, because they would literally have doubled their money on XRP itself. So just consider that, how easy it is to, get swayed in crypto. Because again, there's nothing like crypto that you can compare it to. We've never seen in history of crypto something like basically in that sense. That's the issue. Never has it in history you've seen like a cryptocurrency go from a penny to to 3.330x in less than 9 years. Maybe NVIDIA, maybe. But again, very rare scenarios. And these are much more, they're much more going up and down in the past few months.
There was a bunch of profit taking, and then all of a sudden, turn around in April, we start going back up again. So just zoom out to get that fresh perspective. The U.S. government still holds almost 200,000 BTC as Arkham clarifies the U.S. market disclosure. Well, I did that with you a few days ago. Remember, I shared with you the government wallet, and I said, yo, nothing to worry about because they still got the BTC in the wallet. Essentially, this article was 2 days late. I beat them to it. That's why you hit the notification bell.
So yeah, this was the big FUD that tried to get people to sell so they can buy crypto for cheaper. We saw that in 2021. We saw that in 2022. We're seeing that all the time. If it goes straight up, something is wrong. Maybe the chart is broken. I'm glad everyone is back to making money. If you didn't load up XRP sub 40, I don't know why. A lot of people were scared probably, from the lawsuit. And welcome, Ricky. That's the issue. People are scared of lawsuits, especially from US government, because SEC does not lose. Has SEC lost? Sometimes. Now it has, but usually historically it doesn't lose. And if they would win, it would mean over for XRP. So there was still, I understand why people didn't buy XRP. I totally understand it because, again, if the winnings were certain, I guess they were like 60-40, but really they were 100-0%. People could just stock it up and send it to $5 already, right? It's not that simple. It's like you go in the past and it thinks everything's fine and you would make money, but then you see the past and see, it's 18 cents now. It went down to 3 cents. So why will it go to $3? So just let that sink in.
Subscribe button so you don't miss out. Now, Justin Sun and some Ave whales have withdrawn 1.7 billion ETH from the market. So were they telling us what was up? And again,
So I just want to add something to this. Justin Sun is the founder of Tron Network, which is basically competitor to Ethereum, and he always sells Ethereum because he does not like Ethereum. And sometimes he uses this money to actually pump Tron, which is very funny. This is like the biggest beef in crypto history, $10 billion beef. But this billionaire is selling Ethereum and staking it, crashing the price and putting it into his own coin. And it's a very long story. Maybe I should make a video on that. Both of Vitalik and, they're awesome people, but it's nothing like we've ever seen before.
Look at the bigs. This is what I got up on the screen, right? ETFs, you could tell. A little bit of a downtrend here and then a negative trend for BTC on the 20th of July. So were the bigs telling us, yo, we got to go down on this action? And look, on the 21st, there was basically neutral action for ETH and negative action for BTC. So were the whales giving us a signal? According to reports, Mark Zell, an Ave contributor, said that he believed crypto billionaire Justin Sun...
Yeah, these are the big whales that are like dumping on you guys and buying for you. Again, some retail investors can help pump the price, but if you're a small player, don't expect like, $10,000 to make a difference. This is not early crypto anymore. It's literally one whale sending the price up 3 cents or down 2 cents. You got to realize that. And once you realize that, it really gives you a peace of mind because, you're going to be like, oh, if I put $1,000 in, XRP is going to go up. It helps, but it helps maybe like 0.1% because these whales can just sell everything. So welcome, everyone. And thank you for smashing that like button as well.
Behind most of the ETH withdrawals. He said the Tron founder regularly moves large amounts of it in and out of lending protocols. Over the past week, a wallet-connected crypto exchange, ATX, has also taken out almost $500 million.
They're doing this crypto exchange, HDX. I think this is like from the Tron, but they've been doing this since 2021.
Worth of ETH out of Abe. Oh, okay. So Justin Sun and other whales out there were what, everyone? We're taking some profit arenos. And ETH, like we talked about, was a laggard, right? ETH was something that was like dead in the water, like, what, a month ago? And then all of a sudden, we start seeing it move. And then after it moves and gets the juicy profits, what happens? Yeah, you know the deal. Check it out. People sell it to put the money in their pockets because what's the phrase? No one ever went broke taking profits. Here's the 1 month chart for ETH. Look at this, okay? Look at this run up from ETH, $2,400 a month ago, and it got way.
That's because like the big institutions started buying in. They saw, maybe I shouldn't buy, hey there, Jenkins. Maybe I shouldn't buy Ethereum. Maybe I should just get, something else. Maybe I should buy XRP. Just remember this month, Bitcoin literally passed up 3 months, but all these other cryptos passed up this month. Because now institutions are realizing, hey, free money on the table, undervalued, let's get it.
On up there, 3,800 and change. So like I said, zoom out. Does that chart worry you? No, but if you zoom in too much, this one does.
Don't stress too much about the prices, because as long as you don't sell, again, not financial advice, but if you sell, that's it, right? And that's what a lot of people do. And then they check the charts again, went up.
That stuff. This is what Brad said. Like clockwork, with success and market rallies,